careful. So like as you highlighted, companies, you're supposed to be more disciplined in terms of getting better wins. Do shout out for your favorite team, the other teams from the gameplays in the past few days, just show their work here in next remaining matches.
Yeah, back in day one of finals, things like Going Donkey absolutely had some really great showing alongside with R2. Today, as much as it hasn't been much of an R2 day, they're not too far from his own. This is a very generous circle to keep things up with. Pretty much smack dab in the center where things are looking to be very familiar. Sour Esports have always fought with some of these members of FaZe Clan, obviously, as this shot's being hard, as he will be able to open up the account here. There's only got a pistol, not the best weapon to work with, and now he's only with a knife. So the traits go true. Two members
does have more members. This will be the advantage that I'm looking for, and I don't think they're moving towards this segment because they're still looting their area here at the moment. Of course, thank you so much, production, as well, showing us the current map. Now it is quite central over here. There's a lot of big areas. We see Bigatron holding on to, I think, the power grid segment. You see 11 Dita here, northeast side, just taking the time. And they kind of know there's no one on their 6 to worry about. They're just going to be making their CT way towards the circle by stage 1 or stage 2, I guess.
As the battle continues on, these two members of Sour Esports still wiggling with that form of a large area space that there is inside the stadium, and here comes a couple of nades to be sent out from each respective corner. Now on the push, he will be expected to be opening through the doors, and it does land perfectly over on 9 Noise. Great preemptive nades, while Meow also goes straight out. Only one member left, and that's going to be Orgoy. I always mess up the name. I do apologize for the fans of Sour Esports. But Orgoy now with a whole lot to do. Those names does actually catch a little bit of damage. As the push comes into effect, there will be a jump shot coming in from Meow. Nades himself.
Was that
very foul moment? Actually, that was actually tossed by SA, so that was pretty clean.
Okay, I thought he was doing the electro self-destruct thing, you know, like going down. I thought that was a thing. Like, yeah, I guess they went down on their own here. So a really early bow out here from Sour Esports. Quite unfortunate, we're not able to see much happening from them from this game. And FaZe Clan didn't on the game forward with 4 kills in their hands.
Yeah. And I want to add to that point as well, right? Like overall, like Sour Esports, every map that they play, almost and inside of all the Rango matches for half of the match, they've been fighting without their ego, and most often than not, they don't always come up with a hit. So I guess
it's something we don't know, Gonch.
Yeah.
Are people hating towards Stalwart over here? Everyone's gunning for them in the early stages.
It's probably no hate. It's just that the nature of the tournament, most often than not, where when you are fighting in the international lobby, sure they have been champions in the past in their own respective regions, and none of these guys will just say, "Oh, you want this place? Go have it. I'm just gonna move somewhere else." They're not gonna be kind. This is a tournament. Like they have to settle scores, and Sour Esports, they're slowly losing that form of confidence. The more battles they take, the more battles they lose. It's absolutely not looking good for them. But of course, those were the cards that they were dealt with. But they have to make the situation sometimes. Putting a little bit of ego aside to just claim different territory might actually do them a whole lot better in some of these rounds, which we saw. Last round inside of Erangel, when they have that space, they can contribute a whole lot more. But here we have BTR working up onto members of the Savior.
I don't think it's enough camouflage to hide himself if the Xavier decides to actually move towards this particular direction. But I guess, yes, Satarnas is just positioned up there. It's not that he's trying to engage or anything. I guess he was just scouting, and he does have intel, so if there's any sudden movements of the Xavier marching towards where the team members are actually looting, I guess he's able to get the information team and able to make some decision making. Meanwhile, does seem like they're showing forward. Toronto is going to be showing forward. It's very Zuxi here, down and around hands of Chua. The team member, and there are no assists, no supports as the team members from Bigatron are a little bit too far away. The secure kill coming on in their hands. It's going to be 1 point for the Xavier. If you do decide to engage, it's going to be a 4v2 situation. The Xavier also, they're on the back end of this area. Meanwhile, team members from Bigatron, they want to approach this. Paragon moving forward, try to get a little information. They didn't see him, but Starnas is very nearby with just a little bit of cover here with Aluminum right in front of him. And while they're looking behind, there is another team member from the Xavier as well, so you have to be really careful.
Wow, that was phenomenally played out, but the moment that they try to rotate once again, DX got themselves clipped by Genfos, securing those knots, and Saber loses way more than they should have. So it's still going to be a 3 versus 3 at the moment. Paragon being tagged, and he is going to be trying to get a little bit of space to heal up, whereas I believe there's another pickoff going on coming from their team that should be Sleepy, trying to get a little bit more involved against the rest of Vampire Esports. Battles through the heal as this has yet to conclude. It's taking a long while for the Saber to settle scores. Nate passes from each side, and Selva Paragon actually gets onto Genfos. But that will be traded blow for blow. Down to a 2 versus 2. Paragon now hiding into the distraction. Oh, no! Quick timing! Oh, Satara with only 1 HP left. They overwhelmed the rest of DX by taking separate battles.
Wow, kind of overcooked the nade over there. Was not able to change his weaponry fast enough, but got picked off. And I think that despite actually it was a 4v2 situation, signing 1 versus 2 first, but Bigatron managed to turn things around and make it a big win for themselves. Able to hold on to still 3 of the team members, while 1 is currently in very low HP. Meanwhile, DRS up against Team Vampire Esports. You guys know this. They're holding on to that top 2 place over here. Vampire Esports also wants a piece of the top 2 teams, but unfortunately, DRS is a much better team here in this trade-off. And wow, DRS is just going insane over here. They did lose out their placement from first base just a while ago, who managed to overpeak after having a convincing win-win chicken dinner just a while ago, but I don't think DRS is going to allow that to happen. And Rod doesn't know this, but before he even overtaken due to that elimination points from the meanwhile here, Ego jumps on top. Well, let me connect the side was forward device. Doc and Reefus are going to be the ones to come out on top up against Alter Ego Ares.
Well, I'm pretty sure in this chat it's going SA over SEA right now. Vampires bow out. Alter Ego bows out to these big names out there. And DRS will for getting those numbers here from Falcons as well, arriving to take down the members of Bigatron Red Aliens. I like to call them Red Aliens, but it's actually Bigatron Knights for what they know right now. Here goes. Action now with the nade. Pop! R2 as well. Team Falcons have arrived to the party, ladies and gents. And they're absolutely showing their strength right now, coming through all these slumps of range. This is going to be no mercy, trying to wiggle some room to play out against all these Falcons flocking in like a hawk. But this is definitely the birds of prey looking for a little bit of a supper since it's past dinner time, but of course chicken dinner is still within reach. So close to a couple seconds, so Nate does connect from the get-go as he drops 1 down, looking for to secure action. That there is still 1 holding it true. Big name exchange, and now down to the top as he will try to go in, wrap around, beautiful jump shot. 1 more member left side of R2. So much be done here by No Mercy. Tries to go for down, not quite enough. 5 perfect points from Falcons as they also add an extra by taking down BTR's 1 member.
I think that was insane. The Nate battles, it was just spot on. Of course, he got hit by Nate himself on the opponent team. A 1-to-1 trade over there, and yeah, this is literally PUBG Mobile at the high level here, and this is why all these teams have made their way towards the MGC over here. And yeah, the battle still continues. Our top two teams are still live, but it does seem that DRS only left out with one more member, if I do see it well over here. And yeah, only with one. Raw still have healthy 4 members left. Well, healthy is an overstatement. I would say Alter Ego also down all members at this current moment. The South Asian teams are just popping up over here. They are showing their worth up against the Southeast Asian teams, although it's not really a battle between these two regions, I would say, but it does look that way. Falcons having a handful, going up against Raw Esports. Murders under fire. East, the newest edition member for Team Falcons, getting a little bit cover, but a little bit too far away from his teammates here to provide any form of cover. The only one he has, these only Murders, is actually nearby. So Sky, a little bit suppressing fire. So I go to connect anyone here for now. And No Fear also making his way, saving his teammate. But hopefully he'll make it in time. But while all this happening, Falcon is also doing a little bit of stuff on their end, picking up his teammate. He's a little bit too late over here, so already down for the count. Murder doing a little looting, grabbing some utilities, grabbing some juicy stuff for his own. But it's 38-2 the 3 battle here up against Raw Esports. Will Menace and East be able to survive this? We shall see. Taking it from another side. Blockade manages to bust. Nice drop 2v2 here. Contra, it's not over yet for them. Trying to rotate, make a wrap around here behind the building. They will be able to get Ace, Mr. Mark from the sky, but Mr. Moore will be the one getting by action. Icy gets his revenge. Television points here for Falcons at this point in the match.
It's insane. They kept fighting and fighting, and they walked away with no points. This is a perfect moment for DRS now to overtake. They've already got those 4 points. DRS only down to 1 member, but still back to some 5. And also adding more points to the tally while they are still battling throughout the course of the matchup. We see the circle now closing into the deeper areas of the valley, while there is certain regions held by Alliance that can benefit them at this very moment. One knock up the kill side. Over in north is still Team Secret, now reaching into the zone up against Team Falcons, and I'm sure that Falcons, they're ready to go for a whole lot more. What's insane is that not even a single player out of Team Falcons have been taken down throughout all these battles. It's been 4 battles already. They took on BTR, they took on some of all these players of RRQ, and the list goes on. Horror Esports, you name it, they got it. And now down to Alliance, holding out against the rest of ASIA. Franco Vibes now at that 5th point. So it's just a little bit more of a zone control at the moment as the rest of Alliance are hoping to gatekeep the party of ASIA.
Oh no, ASIA. No, I thought they were marching forward, but actually they're going to be running around towards the other side of here. Alliance has to be very, very careful. For MV not to shade themselves. 5 elimination points here in the bag for them. You do see Reefers making a sweet escape. Meanwhile, it's going to be Team Jimmy OD from Alliance. Going to shoot out, gets his hands on Killer from DRS. It does seem that our first ranked team here, DRS, is eliminated here at this point. It's a game, but it's not over yet. It's Alliance. Oleo, he got picked up just a while ago, but now he's down for the count and got hit by Posh from Roy Esports all the way downtown over here. Oleo couldn't have tell because there's not much going around, and this is quite a distance over here coming from Posh, and yeah, this is going to be a little bit tough for Alliance. I don't think Leon's or even Flax is able to actually go for the save over here. Even if they do try, Roy Esports is ready to snipe on anyone who tries. So you have to be very, very careful here. Get a little bit of cover, a little bit of terrain cover, smoke names as you go for a little bit of distance. Meanwhile, Jimmy OP tries to grab from the side with hooks. He's able to just go for the member. He does have a knock here from ASIA, and that's enough to put him on the ground. Meanwhile, Victor here tried to do a little bit shootout on Jimmy OP or the C99, but not enough as Jimmy makes his escape. Olio's still alive for the second time here. Gets picked up by his teammates. I'm guessing that a good enough cover coming up from Jimmy just a while ago, and the battle still continues here. And it's not just ASIA, it's not just Alliance. They also have 4 MV by the side. It's a 3-way Mexican, well, no, 3-way Asian battle here happening.
Well, I like that how you adjusted Mexican out of nowhere, but
Wrong,
anyways, it is definitely a firm hold coming from the side of Alliance. The rest of ASIA absolutely overwhelmed. We even see a little bit of instance of self-inflicted damage where I believe one of the members actually dropped the Molotov on himself. So what's exactly the cleanest of play coming from the ASIA members out there? Well, we carry on with these 7 squads for MV. They have absolutely thrived over the south side, but there's still a lot of hurdles up ahead, especially now with Butyl. Oh, I kept saying Butyl. Been rebranded back into the original name Alliance, where Roy, they're holding on to the gas station. They're going to be able to take out safe confusion with the updated circle now, going down over the hill. Not going to be easy for Falcons as they have to make their descent, as they will try to take on some of the members of baseline. Will already climb all the way up here, pinch between that far corner. East goes in for a little bit of drop down, and members are flying over for the top 2 to the bottom and find themselves pretty much exchange. Manos will go down, and Falcons, they at 13 points of tally, they will surge all the way up, chase up within the top 5 of the map so far. You got between IC gets blinded up completely. Now tries to hold out, but there's only so much that Onsens can actually do at that one time.
Oh yeah, and of course, Faceland is currently out for the count here, leaving only 16 here in the game. You see 4 MV left out with 2 members. We haven't seen much coming up from Boing Donkey. It's been a while, which goes the same for Team Secret, the one that we're actually looking at the current moment. Soas having a little bit of high ground vision over here, but not as much as other teams. Was actually on the mountains just a while ago that we saw here. This is about Boing Donkey. He does see out someone over here. Does seem to be a team member from Team Secret, all the way up north, but it does seem that he's having trouble trying to align his shots as they are tree covers. They are mountain covers here provided for them, so he should get Team Secret safe for now. Boing Donkey is holding on to this perimeter. No reason for him for any one of them to actually make any form of movements, but it does seem that they want to have the shootout against Team Secret, as both of them have given information on where they are. I believe that more movements can come from Team Secret because them being in the mountains all over the place. Meanwhile, all that's happening, Boing Donkey also having a short shootout against Team Falcons on the other side, so they have their hands full on their own here at this moment. While on the other side is still another team nearby, so I'm not sure what's on purple, and I think that is another team on the side. They are. Boing Donkey is stuck in between 3 teams here, Contra.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy hold, but they do have these compounds to at least take refuge for the moment. So definitely a whole lot of pressure as they're currently hunkering down into this purple map. As it will definitely take a while. It's only stage 5 left with only 6 teams. Therefore, it's all about getting all that control. Ace now gets tagged out. Team Secret going on an absolute great exchange. Well, of course, there will be recovery nonetheless. Should be too difficult for them to manage. Falcons so far looking poised to be in control of the situation. Showing up strong here in these final couple of moments. While over on the far side, Team Secret, I like the area that they're playing right now. Hugging over a corner of all these hillside, but it could quickly turn out real quick because they don't really have covers to work with in this upcoming zone, so they might be forced to rush towards Boing Donkey to take up that fight if they really want to hold out in this match. Meanwhile, Alliance also loses that position. They will have to squeeze on the far east. For MV, what's going to be their move over the south side? Falcons also have to make their journey through the hill over north, so it's plenty of options to consider. At the very least, Alliance now looking up against Falcons. With this smoke, this could be their position being revealed, but there's not much of a choice coming in from Kasim. aka Jimmy OP.
Yeah, he had a little bit. I think he took a little bit shots from side, so he had to do a little bit fake over here. It's dropping out the name here, but it does seem that Action did caught a glimpse of where Casino 99 was. So he's actually making his way towards the right side over here. But he is on looking towards the hillside because they know there is someone over there. Meanwhile, while Casino is doing scouting on his own, the other team members over here are in the eyesights of Team Falcons, and they are making their move. Leon's pretty low on HP. Let's charging forward, gets out. Oh, but the time he gets out, he gets shot in the face. Somebody now, while all this is happening, former Kabai grab themselves with elimination points, but bows out here in the hands of Roy Esports. Falcon Esports overwhelming team members of Alliance. IC keeps up an 8 towards where I think Luke is. Yes, I think Luke here at the moment. Olio, Fighting True, car. Doesn't have much coverage, only needs smoke nade, and him just crouching here on the floor. He's the only remaining member here of Alliance from Team Malaysia, up against 3 team members from Team Falcons.
It's gonna be a tough hurdle up ahead. The rest of Falcons right now, hoping to make their mark in this match. And at this point, with those double-digit elimination points, even if they bow out, they will be happy with what they've been able to achieve, but a lot more of these elimination points in the game will actually find them to be within the top 5 range. They get range. That is great coverage coming from Vexy, connecting the shot. O'Leal hiding right behind that vehicle as well. She should be snipped out in a moment by Vexy, who's been keeping tabs on whatever move is necessary, and he's being exposed. Vexy, with his sharp eyes, he will take down the lines. But it's been a decent run for lines with those 5 points nonetheless. Falcons now being held hostage. The rest of Boy Donkey not allowing them to pass into the region of the zone.
Oh yeah, and Boy Donkey, they also spotted out the red members of Team Falcons are at this current moment, vice versa. I would say 4 teams remaining, and I believe that this is the most amount of players we've seen so far from all this. So I believe that 2 of the teams have a full squad, with so having Team Secret and Boy Donkey. Roy and Falcons have 3 players left for them. So I think that all teams still looking healthy and has a fair chance to actually win this. Tiny a little bit more towards Boy Donkey as they have more utility to play around with compared to the other teams. But all this can swing real fast. So of course, nobody wants to make any hasty movements over here. Now they're forced to actually get into a much smaller space right now. And you see Roy Esports, who's just by the outside perimeters over here. Meanwhile, Falcons, I believe that they are in a much more comfortable spot as they're not as close to the other teams. Whereas you do see here, Team Secret, Boy Donkey, and Roy are close to one another. Falcon decide to get into the high ground to get a much better view of where everyone is situated in the next few moments over here. Roy, so not MG here on the roof. We do see at the control station we also have another team as well. Team Secret doesn't have them.
Yeah, they're just playing by the bridges, so I do expect them to try to at least play their best to actually hold out for now. There's not much options left available because they're coming from the kill side. The rest of these members of Falcons, they definitely took that space over Merc once Team Secret kept themselves busy with the advancements of some of the members of One Donkey, and there's actually now getting passed over on to Silno as this is one of the better rounds coming in from the rest of Roy Esports. Staffing sit, here comes the push coming into effect, and IC and Rails right behind. Finds that easy catch, adding another tally, and Team Falcons, they're looking for that point for the rest of Team Secret, close charging in to actually take down IC. Now, only number remains, it's going to be GK, who's currently soaking some damage, right now being involved as well. A big counter scale at the moment as they are battling for this down. So having to hold out, and they're receiving a little bit of assistance coming in from other spots. Boy now, down to the member left. Boy Donkey going out and about, trying to hunt out. Potato gets taken down by action. This is now anybody's game, as it is a big rupture happening inside of these quarters of the warehouse.
Yeah, smart plays by Team Secret. They took the opportunity, they capitalized on the situation as the 2 teams have already exhausted, I would say, a lot of things during their straight offs, so they just marched straight forward into that, leaving out only 3 teams left here, despite Team Secret, getting on top of their opponents within the area, but they are not looking too well here at this moment, as one of them just dropped. They only have 2 team members. One of them is in a little bit of trouble. I believe that is going to be SOS. Jinky, surprising, surprise, he's able to actually survive as much as he can here at this moment. Boy Donkey, Team Secret, this could be anyone game here, but it does lean a little bit more to this Boy Donkey, according to numbers, as they do have 3 team members here. They have good covers. I would say Team Secret still, they did manage to run away from the rich, as you mentioned just now, Contra, get a little bit of cover, but the circle is going to be forcing Team Secret to make their move. GK moves forward, getting shot here, still alive, very low HP here. Throws out the nade, will they connect? No, it does not. The first one, second one, the third one, misses out here on GK as they try to distance themselves away from that area. A little bit of connection here, still not enough. He did try to catch himself a little bit. Sobas also low in HP. 2v2 battle. 3v2 battle over here. GK managed to revitalize himself, getting a little bit short. Sobas is the lead down, leaving 1 more team member from Team Secret. And remember, that's not all. We still have to deal with 2 more team members from Team Falcons, but they're actually hiding there on the left side from our vision here, Contra.
Yeah, overall, it's been a perfect round for side of Falcons, and with both sides really focusing out the target with the highest amount of players initially, Team Secret loses out and now only have 1 member standing in the way. Right now, Boy Donkey does give a lot more focus onto the members of Falcons, actually now playing by the small little tip that he has. Well, he's supposed to move a little bit more. That's a supplement, hugging towards the corners. Boy Donkey so far playing a very strong defensive game, as they've been sitting directly in the circle the entire time by hugging out from the gas station. And right now, going for Adler. It's going to be a great taking coming from Side Vexy. Today has been sharp shots with long range coverage, but it will be instantly responded coming in from action. Don't have to go for revive yet, but probably they definitely do need to go in for a pickup. Jiggy is still being left out there to play out, so Zeta takes note of it. These nades are still being primed right in. I'm surprised that there's still any more nades at level 4 in the hands of Falcons as well. They can put that to good use at any given point of this match. In which, here comes action. He's going to go for that lucky lob. Now, I wonder if that's actually the exposing these members of Boy Donkey. He forces 1 member to actually stand up. Razak. He has to be the one out of Boy Donkey to make this exchange possible. And the third toss, there he go, is clear things out. And they're looking for more than 20 points. Falcons now with the advantage. They rush forward. Only 1 member left standing for a 2 versus 2, but eventually that will be depleted to none as they're all sitting up. Falcons have the craziest rank right here in the Night of Champions.
Wow, what a play over here. When I thought that choice, there wasn't much cover anyways. Initially fired Skyforce.